Hmm. Boom. Dun, dun, dun. Let's go with display capture. So fun stuff, right? Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Ah. Ah. Hmm. Bluke made the Bluke. What's up, guys? Hello?
Not much.
Greetings.
It's you. You're back.
I never left. Y'all got here early. There's no extra credit for this. I feel like this might not even take an hour. I want to be really honest. I mean, it might if people have questions and stuff and things. But it's meant to just get people going and all that fun stuff. I've been looking, trying to find like a better free program for like being able to make clips and transition scenes and whatnot. But I haven't been able to find one that's not like full of ads and wait 30 seconds. Oh, look, you made your clip. Now buy the program to actually save it. Like, shit. So I use VLC because I can just record and then just save it. But Anybody watching the Super Bowl?
I don't know about the rest of you, but no.
Oh man, and the Patriots are winning with 2 minutes left. What kind of shit is this? I hate Tom Brady so much.
Did he, let out air out of the ball again, did he?
Probably.
Was he on the team that's winning?
Yes, he's their quarterback. What was it, 3 years ago? Or 3 Super Bowls? Or 3 seasons ago? 4 seasons ago? When he got caught doing that? Deflating the game balls?
I don't know, I just remember reading an article about some kid doing that, was it testing that as a science experiment?
Oh yeah, he won.
And,
He won at his
yeah.
district level. Because they had that, and then they got fined because their coach was like using game film and whatnot to steal other teams' playbooks, and then there was something else that happened. I don't know. I'm just tired of the Patriots. Tom Brady's old. He just needs to retire. He's got a ring for each finger on one hand. That's enough. Go home. Just let it go. It's
Do we need to be in WoW for this?
No.
No.
No, what you see on the stream right now, which is all that it's gonna be. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna repost my link in that because it's all gonna be like visual. So if you pop in and watch, you'll see everything I'm talking about because it's hard. I can't really I can't go through this if you can't see what I'm going through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that would be a really, really big personal call. Or a group call, whatever they called it these days. Young whippersnappers. They're about to score again. 1st and 10. On the Rams 33. I'm turning this off. It's going to piss me off.
Good idea.
How was everybody's weekend?
Still having one?
Like, yeah, but you're on like the tail end of it right now. Depending on your time zone.
This is my Wednesday.
Don't have any, don't have work until Friday, so...
Like you're off for the next 6 days? 4 days? 5 days?
Yeah, well, last shift was Friday, so when I got the, roster, it's like, God, I really hope my...
You cut off.
I was basically saying I really hate my job.
What do you do for work?
I work at Domino's.
I have your drivers come in all the time. I work at AutoZone.
I doubt any of, the people I work with because I'm in Australia.
There's Domino's in Australia?
Yeah, apparently there's one in India as well.
Interesting. Do you guys have like Pizza Hut and all? Do you have like the big three: Pizza Hut, Domino's, and what's the other one?
Papa John.
Papa John's.
Pizza Hut, yes. Papa John's, no. We do have a few sort of like local ones as well. So it just depends on like where you live, sort of.
Are you in like big city Melbourne kind of thing?
No, I'm in a suburb area.
Like Perth.
45 minutes away from Perth.
How close were you to where they shot that episode of Top Gear?
Which one?
they've only done one in Australia. They were like wrangling all the cows and whatnot on some like multi-million acre, and they called it a farm. It's it's not really a farm if you have over, a couple hundred acres. It's just a massive estate. And they were doing it in. They had a GTR. I want to say a P1 and something else. And they were just trying to get all these cows. I don't know. It's theatrical, but they called in like the little birds, the corral helicopters and whatnot, the tiny two-seaters. It was a pretty good episode. Australia's just one giant farm outside of the cities, isn't it, for the most part? Or desert.
It depends. Yeah, it depends where you are. I mean, the further inland you go, the sort of less there is.
Do all your coasts have the algae that glows, the bioluminescent algae? Have you seen that?
No.
Supposedly, I saw I'm reading National Geographic because nature is cool and whatnot, but I think they were on the northern coast, and there'll be different times in the season where the tide brings in this bioluminescent algae, and the sands at night just sparkle because the algae washes up and it glows. It's pretty cool. Here, hold on, let me find this.
I got a weird question for you, Legion.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get to say live in front of your name?
You gotta change your nickname, which you can only do if you're an officer or higher anyway.
Ah, okay.
Which is one thing that... So it used to be where everybody could change their nickname, and then we had some issues with people being childish, so now only officers can do it. The big thing that I was going to bring up is if you're in a group that's not yours, it's just, because our whole thing is you got to make sure the group's okay with it, unless it's your group, and then they can deal with it or get out. Yeah. But if you want to have somebody adjust it, you can just whisper any officer that's active at the time and say, hey, I'm streaming or I'm recording, do you mind updating my name tag right quick? And it shouldn't take them more than like 30 seconds. Here we go. Hey, look, Australian creatures right there. AustralianGeographic.au. I'm going to send you this link right quick.
Okay. It's probably not near me.
Australia is a big place, man.
Yeah, it is. Well, I don't know how
Well,
close to the
basically,
coast.
if I was to drive for 3 hours in one direction, I would still be in the same state.
I mean, that's relatable. I mean, Oklahoma is about 3 hours from border to border, east, west, and north, south. That's where I am, if you know the U.S. layout at all.
I think so.
I'm just above Texas.
Tornado Alley.
Yeah.
To put it in perspective, that would be like asking you if you've seen the blue crabs, which is an American thing, but like it's all the way over in Maryland.
I've seen Gordon Ramsay did a show on it, or it was part of one of his things. But no, I haven't seen them personally.
Blue crabs are actually red when they're cooked.
Is that like a blood vessel thing? Like we've got saturated red and depleted blue?
No.
Oh.
They're actually blue. Hang on, and I'll find you.
Coral gloves. Algae. Known as a red tide by day, the microalgae Toluca scintillans, or sea sparkle, emits a bioluminescent blue glow when disturbed at night. Blooms of the sea sparkle can be deadly to fish if it accumulates and gives off as it gives off ammonia as the microalgae die. Oh, that's cool. Dun, dun. Okay, everybody got all their fun stuff ready?
I do.
All the programs.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
I had VLC already, so it was just a matter of getting the streaming.
Don't mess with my head.
Those look kind of cool. They don't look particularly appetizing.
Not what they look like after they're cooked.
Well, no, but there was still somebody at one point that caught one of those and was like, huh, let's cook it. And then after it changed colors said, might as well risk it. Alright, well, we're going to start, if you got the stream pulled up, in Streamlabs. And just go over all that basic stuff. And I'm going to start with setting up for whatever site you're on. Which I'm going to cover the big three, because that's all I'm personally familiar with. Let me do this right quick. So, when you first download it, I don't know if it walked you through or anything. I just clicked through those things and figured it out for myself, because why? Why would you go through tutorials, right? But the settings button right up here, the little cogwheel like it is on pretty much every single program ever, pulls up all your general settings. Thanks for the follow, Mr. Captain. The stream tab under general is where you decide where you're going to stream, be it YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Last I knew, the persistent keys work for Twitch and YouTube, but I have never been able to get a persistent key to work for Facebook. Persistent key being you use this once, it's tied to it, you never have to change it again unless you want to. Facebook, no matter what, has always made me put in a key every time I try to start a stream. Even making sure that box was clicked. So streaming services is going to cover those three basic ones, like I said. I wonder if this shouldn't mess it up. So you click it and you go through and it's got everything. If you wanted to do Mixer, which is supposedly a really big thing too, but it's got Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, Facebook Live, Twitter, Periscope if you wanted to go through that. And so you'd pick whichever one you want to go to, because all your keys, this thing right here, is going to be based off of that site. I don't quite know how it works, if it just determines it, kind of like a VIN number on a car is how it works. So you copy it from your site, put it there, click done. And that right there sets you up for your domain, be it your Facebook page, your Twitch page, your YouTube page. So, and I'll show you how to get to those. Dun, dun. So for Facebook, you get to your page, right? So you've got your specific gaming page that you've made on your own. Videos. Video library. And then right here it says live. And you can click that and it pulls up, and it's not going to work, is it? In this regard. So right here, see this little key right here, persistent stream key, reused every time you go live, blah 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 blah. Oh, look at that, and it shows it. And this is what you would put in that key once you picked Facebook Live. I'm going to reset that right quick. You add that to it, and then this screen would actually, see if I can hide it. This screen actually changes to what you would see right here. So you can see as it would appear in your stream, and then you get to name it, title it, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm playing, the tags like you do in categories, and you just click go live and it works, right? It's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to use. Does that make sense so far?
Yep.
Okay. You guys are more than welcome to ask questions too. I'm not used to doing this kind of thing. So when you go to Twitch, it's going to be under your channel settings. Primary stream key. You don't have to click persistent stream key. This is your key until you click the button reset. I mean, that's just how it is. It never changes. It doesn't alter or any of that. Pretty straightforward. Put that in. You're ready to go. Your dashboard. This right here is how you set everything up for your stream. You can monitor your chat here. I can type here to talk back to you guys. Hey, how's it going? You can add markers to say Twitch section. And then when it stops, like when your video ends, there will be different keys under the video where you can say, oh, I just want to start here. This right here, every time I go live, if you follow me and have notifications set on, when I go live, this is the little thing that you see every time. And you can change that to say whatever you want. It's character limited, just kind of like Twitter was originally. Category being just chatting right now, but this would be where you put your game. So if I changed it to World of Warcraft, right? This right here automatically populates. You can't remove these. And then you can change different tags. Oh, I'm doing PvE stuff. Oh, I'm doing PvP stuff now. Multiplayer, leveling, endgame, casual playthrough, stuff like that. Pretty simple. This is the title of your stream, which shows up here. That's what this is. That's the title of your stream. The big thing is that I've decided, or that I went through with Twitch, I used replays a lot to kind of boost my following, because so that way my stream was never dead. It was always my content. If you're not looking to push affiliate, or if you're not ready to push partner and you're already affiliate, it's a great way to go, because those replays actually count against your live time, which that's a whole other thing. But if you want to use replays, or if you want to be able to go back and watch something later, the big thing you have to do is, right here, store past broadcasts. Without being affiliate, you'll have it for 14 days before it goes away. You can download it if you so choose, if you wanted to make clips with it, which you can actually do from your producer. Click here. Oh, well, where'd it go? That's how it used to be. I am not prepared. Oh no, it's still there. Sorry, I clicked the live one. So you can download it and just store it for later if you're coming up on that 14th day. So, yeah, that pretty much covers the Twitch setup as it is. And then for YouTube, give me a second, this one's been a long time. So when you pull up your YouTube, right, you're signed in, this is everything you got. Click right here, create a video or a post, go live. And it'll pull you up to your, let's not do that. This has changed. There we go. So this is basically the dashboard that I showed you for Twitch. It's got your title, your video. This is what shows up in the comment section. Category, the game. This is your chat box. To set up your stream, your slobs is supposed to be there. I'm not as prepared for YouTube as I
It's under
thought.
stream options now.
Stream options. What?
On your screen next to basic. Oh, you went too far.
Oh, right
Click
there.
on live
Boom.
streaming.
Oh, yeah, right here. There we go. Thank you. Stream name and key is your stream key. This is what you would put for the server URL when it asks for it. Which for slobs you might not even need to do that. I know for regular OBS, like you said you use, you do need that. But going to YouTube, all you need is that key. You don't actually need to put in your URL anymore. So that just covers getting it so you're streaming to the right location. Does that kind of make sense for everybody? Did I stutter too much or gloss over anything?
Oh, good.
Pretty good? Right on.
I think I got it. You gonna keep this up so I can watch it again later?
Yeah, and I've got it recording, and I'm going to send it to Loki and have him put it on our guild YouTube as well. Alright, so output settings is the next thing. More or less, you can fidget with this, find out what works for you. I did it based off of somebody that had a build almost identical to mine. Sorry. Bitrate being 2500 is just the standard I was always told to use. I personally, honestly, don't know a lot about what's better, what's worse. A lot of that depends on your hardware, from what I understand. I mean, Becky, do you know? Can you give me a more technical?
Yeah, I can. Scroll up for me. I'll go over them for you if you want. On the bit rate,
Thank you for
basically
the follow,
2500 is the starting point. If you start going into yellow on your meter, you want to try to lower it. If you're staying on green, then you're pushing more than 60 FPS. Like if you're trying to do 4K, 60 FPS, you'll take that up to like 3000 or 3500. 1080p, 60 FPS is between 2000 and 2500. And if you're have to run 720, you want to take it down to about 2000. Try not to go under 2000. That's how fast you're sending updates to the Twitch server. The other thing, there's the encoder. If you have more headroom on your processor, you do 64. And if you have more headroom on your GPU, you use the other encoder. I forget what it's called.
NVENC.
That one. Gamers, you're normally going to run 264 because you normally almost always have more headroom on your CPU than you have on your GPU.
There we go. So the higher your bitrate, you're enabling a crisper stream for like if you're running 4K games, VR games, stuff like that. Oh, how you doing? Oh, you're in here. Welcome to the party. Sorry, I'm distracted. And then for lower, a lot of people recommend, because Twitch is weird, and Twitch likes to run things only at 720p. On a lot of streams, you can't, until you're a partner, you can't actually pick I'm running 720p, I'm running 1080p, 60 FPS. So they recommend being, like he said, between 2K and 2500. That's why I did it. 2K and 2500, so that way you can, people that want to watch you on mobile, because the big limiting there is mobile. Most phones through the Twitch app won't support 1080p, so you don't want to run any higher than 2500, because then when people go to load your stream on mobile, it just doesn't work. It does the whole little error 404, something's been disconnected, blah, blah, blah. It changes from time to time. So 2500 is a solid place to start. If you're doing recordings, you should be able to push it to 3K anyway, because that'll make your recording a lot crisper, right?
No, it only works on the stream.
Only works on the stream.
Yeah. The only problem with going too high with it is you'll actually wind up starting to basically DDoS yourself, because it's getting pings back from the server so fast that it starts having bit.
It chokes itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then the next part of this is, like I said, for recording. If you want to make clips, if you want to have it available without uploading it, because a lot of people that I've talked with at least are just, for now, just trying to get videos to make clips, because they can't, their computer can't currently support live streaming. So this is just your basic, hey, how do you want to save it, and where do you want to save it? I mean, that's super easy, straightforward, just like saving a movie that you download. Dun dun. Other than that, audio, this sets up. If you've got a multiple mic system, sorry, this is just how you decide that. I've got, depending on how you set it up, like my webcam has a microphone as well, and I had to go in and manually say, hey, ignore this device, only use my headset. So just make sure if you plug anything in new before you go live, just double check everything if you've added a new device, because I've gotten halfway through events and then had chat be like, hey, all we hear is your motherboard fan and it's freaking loud and obnoxious. But yeah. Output scaled resolution. This is what you are putting out to Twitch, which, like I said, Twitch likes to, if you scale yourself too high for Twitch, it won't work on mobile unless you're a partner. So 1280 by 720 is 720p. If you're going with Twitch, this is the best option to be at, because it will work for everybody that wants to watch you instead of just some people, and you won't get cut out by Twitch doing their stupid stuff on the back end. Common FPS value, just leave that at 60. If you want to run slower, 30 FPS, you can, but there's no, if you have a modern system, 60 FPS is going to be just fine. Other than that, honestly, I haven't edited any of this. I haven't needed to. Everything else here, I'm going to start reading into because this is all advanced and stuff like that, for the next session I do, which will be like a 201. I'm not there yet. I'm going to try to work with Shadow on that, because his overlay and stuff is freaking dope. So other than that, that's just your basic getting your stream ready to go live. From a technological standpoint, not from a visual standpoint. The reason I switched to slobs from regular OBS was overlay capabilities. Right? So I turn off my screen capture. This is my overlay right here. This thing here, this is a chat box. This is a widget, and this is just a photo. It's a thing for the guild. I'll show you how to get all that. The great thing about Streamlabs is that most, if not all, of their overlays are free, and they're incredibly easy to utilize. So go to your dashboard. This is going to have all your stats for your current stream, all that fun stuff. It's got your viewers, chats, all that, recent events, donations, subscribers, stuff like that. The biggest thing, I went too far left, to look at all your themes that you could have is just right there. It's the themes tab. And you go through, and if you find one of these you want, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands. These are your scenes. This is your starting, be right back, I'm offline, I'm live. And you just go through and you can pick all these different things. You can pick sports, right? Soccer, Apex, Action. God, Twitch Kittens does a lot of crap now. Magic the Gathering stuff, if you play Magic the Gathering. First person shooters. And it really is, it's 100% all just what you like, what fits your personality, how much you like it, right? If you find one you like, click it, and then you just click install overlay, and it downloads it and it applies it here. I can actually turn that off, you don't need to see that.
How hard would it be to actually,
Yeah.
say, make an overlay?
Are you good with Photoshop?
Can be a little bit.
I say it's not too terrible.
I'm just curious in case we couldn't find, say, one on here that, would like.
Right, if you wanted to use, I mean, if you didn't have Photoshop, you could even use Paint, because you just set it at the bottom. It's layered. Everything's layered, right? So this right here, I have the gold bold. That's what my current overlay is.
Jeff, Bex told me, is it Fiverr? Fiverr. I think for $10, somebody made my overlay. And I like.
That's if you want a completely custom one. You also can get a bunch of free ones just by looking up Stream Overlay or YouTube Overlay or Twitch Overlay. But you have to go in, manually scale them. It's a lot more complicated to get them to function properly and not look really hokey.
Okay.
I'd use the word meticulous, personally, but you just, right here, on this, you would add a new source, right? Say you had it saved as a JPEG. See. Click right here, add a new source, and you just click image. Add the source. Let's just add a new source. Let's see. Right? So say this is my overlay. It's going to show up right here at the top. No matter what, you're going to want this at the very bottom, because everything from that point forward is going to go over it, which it doesn't really work in this case. But say you had all these set up, see where it says new follower, top donation, all that fun stuff. You could just make these shapes in these boxes in whatever shape you wanted, whatever color you wanted, and just have them blank, but how you wanted them laid out depending on if you wanted follower here, top donation here, or whatever. And then you can just individually go in and add text to it, and you can scale that text to fit in your box however you want. So sorry, which is what these essentially are. If you wanted to move this or make this a different thing, you can go in and you can edit this to say something else. And then all these are the Reaper, the Beejar, Chantrex, all those are widgets, which is in your dashboard. So you go to, let me find it right quick. I'll never change these anymore.
Are you talking about the widget themes that were right next to the scene theme?
Kinda. So the widget themes are different because that's a whole other download thing where you can change them to do. These are like your pop-up widgets, right? The widgets I'm talking about, it's frustrating. I was gonna go back over this, and I did not. What's up, Sinister? Oh, you're in here. Hey, man. It's your alert box. Okay. They just did an update today when I opened it, and I got lost. Alright, test follow, test subscription, test donation. So you got your general settings, which is coloring. Alert delay is like, say they follow me, 5 seconds after that, it's going to pop up. This is how it lays out. Which, don't click that. And you've got follows right here, right? You can make an image, you can add it, you can change it to whatever you want. It can be just a picture, it can be a GIF. People use songs. If you use a song, you have to clip the song to the part of the song that you want, where it will play the whole song.
Whole thing.
The whole song. So like if you got rated with 10, 15 people and every single one of them followed you, unless they patched it, it would queue up and it would just play your alert song 10, 15 times in a row.
Okay.
It was awesome. This is frustrating. I apologize. Because it used to have just a stupid link that you would click to add it. And now I feel like a fool. A fool.
It is a pain in the ass.
I opened it last night to make sure everything was up to date and it was fine. And then I opened it about 45 minutes ago and it was like, oh, here's a new update. Okay, so they did change it. Right on. So when you download your themes now, they all have their set little fun details. Okay. This is how it's going to look. This is what your overlay alert's going to be. Blah, 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 blah. Right here is your custom themes, which is where we just were. Let me delete that. No, I just lost it again. I'm losing my mind, guys. Where was I? There. Right there. Right above me. No. I was just there.
Was it alert box?
Yes. Thank you. Jesus. Oh. Subscription, donations, host. Right on. So, this would be your entire widgets. You can unclick all these fun stuffs, right? They changed this a lot. That's a massive patch. Fun stuff. Alright. And you can't even take that one off, because they don't have a button for it. It's broken. Cool. So this is, now it's all in one place. You don't make them individually, which is how it used to be. Your follows, you get to pick your specific colors, enabled, disabled, how you want it to show up, fade in, fade out, in, out, big. They used to have the zoom, the bounce. It's basically, if it was a transition slide available in PowerPoint, that's what your alert animations are. It's almost exactly the same. That's the easiest way. Text animation is if it stays up, these are the different things it does. Bounce is just like it'll bounce once or twice vertically. We're talking like a millimeter on the screen. Wave, it does a wave. Those are all self-explanatory. Font settings let you change how it looks, because your alerts pop up on the stream and everybody sees it. It's not just you. Everybody that's watching the stream will see it, regardless of whether or not you're on Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, Facebook. They all see it. And then once you get all these done,
your alert was duration. What have you got that on?
It's not very long because I didn't do mine customs. I just downloaded my theme, so it should be. Honestly, it's probably the standard 5 to 8 seconds. They're not very long at all though.
Okay. I was just looking through the settings, and mine's on 8, so I was just curious if
Yeah.
that was like the normal sort of.
It's the default 8 seconds, because that'll include, if you fade in, that'll include fade in time and fade out time. So it might only be on the screen for 3 or 4 seconds, and it takes 2 or 3 seconds to fade in. 8 seconds isn't very long. It's actually probably what most people use thinking about. Like if you watch your streamers like Choco Taco, his subscription, when they pop up, they slide in and they're on for about 4 or 5 seconds and then they slide out. So 8's probably the safe average. But once you get everything set up, because you can change it, like this is for following. I'm on follows. It's not following. You can change to say, welcome to, if you've got something you call your stream. I've got one guy that says welcome to the creek because he's, a backwoods redneck that just games. That's his text. And then doing follows, you would copy it. Let's just copy it. Go to your editor and then add an alert box. Name it. You can name it whatever. I always name mine based on what they are so I can change them, especially for games. Follows. Add a new source. They changed this too. Holy crap. Whale? No, I don't know. Give me a second. This is a great day to do an update. You
I was
can
going to
also,
say, but with this being sort of overlay stuff, that would be more sort of stuff you'd want to talk in the next one anyway, right?
yeah, I was trying to get just like the basics down, which in reality the basics would be find an overlay you like, or find a theme you like, and just download it, and it'll be good to go.
Yeah.
When you download most of them, like if I turned on, give me a second, I gotta turn it on, I gotta make sure I click the right thing. So I've got a webcam frame, right? When you webcam frame is this guy right here. So that'll be there, and at the same time, it'll be here, and in your overlay, it's called your name, and that's what it'll say right here. You just have to edit it to reflect what you want. Things like this, if you don't want top donation at the top, you'll have to change that, and you'll have to change the widget that applies to that. Other than that, I'll just let that be. Because, you make a good point. You could spend hours on overlays alone. The next big thing really that can get frustrating is your captures, like whether it shows WoW, Overwatch. Depending on the game, you can't always use captures, at least with slobs, for specific games. I've got display capture for this. If you play something like Ring of Elysium, it doesn't work. You cannot actually game capture that game. It's something to do with how individual games are coded. It's not something that slobs can fix. So instead of saying, okay, well, we're just gonna, I'm gonna go in and it's not gonna work. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna add a game capture. I'm gonna name it Ring, right? Add a new source, and you click it here, specific window, and it'll pop up. Window title must match. Window. This is all your available things. Most of the time, it's just what's open or what's in the back. In this case, like if you pulled up WoW, World of Warcraft would be right here. You click it, you add it, and it looks like this. Window title must, well, unless it's not going to pre-populate them anymore. But it'll have your game right here. And in cases like Ring of Elysium, when you do that, sorry, hold on. It'll look like this. Instead of it populating your game, yeah, Beck posted their overlay because you still use regular OBS, right? Yeah, OBS Studios, which is like a, it's kind of like a bare bones Streamlabs. Like I said, I used it for like a year and a half before I found this, and I just loved it because I just thought it was easier. But anyway, if your game doesn't support being captured, this is what it'll look like. It'll just be a black screen. And the only way to get around that is to do a display capture, which will show it no matter what. Like if I move this up, you can see my whole desktop here. There's not a... Go ahead.
If you're running multi-monitors, you gotta be careful which monitor you're capturing to, especially
Right.
if you're showing something that can't be shown on stream.
I got display 0 and I got display 1. I don't know why it's labeled 0 and 1 and not 1 and 2, but my main monitor is display 0. And if I wanted, I could switch it to 1 and it'll show Discord.
Once you create the elements, you can also rename it to whatever you want. So like I have mine left, right, and top.
Right. So, and that's just a matter of... What the heck? Oh, in display capture, you can't rename them. I'm learning things.
You can in Streamlabs, you can't rename them.
You can't rename display capture. Like for WoW and stuff, I can all I want. Oh my gosh, let me click this. Or now you can't rename them. You have to name them when you create them. That's fun. So you go to display capture, add a source, and see instead of having display capture 1, you have to name it when you first create the source, which is a change as well. A dumb change, but whatever. Not my program. So where you've got like top, left, bottom, whichever. And I mean that's like he said, that's a really good thing to be able to do and a safe thing to do in case you're running something that you don't want on stream. You don't open up the wrong display and share your porn with the world. Whatever.
Or all your PayPal information.
Yeah.
Here in the next was it Stream Fails compilation?
Yeah. Next on banned from the internet. So, I mean, do you guys have any questions about OBS or slobs, whichever, from a basic standpoint, or is there anything that I glazed over that you want to visit?
No, I'm good.
What's up, Brian?
Not much, brother.
Beck, do you have anything?
Nope, I'm ready for the next class.
All right. So
I'm learning about Twitch. I don't do Twitch. So.
I would like to do a class just on Twitch with Shadow and Loki, all three of us, because Shadow designed his layout that he does with all like the scrolling text and shit. I'm pretty sure he designed that himself. Like, it's freaking nuts. That's way beyond my capabilities. So I guess if we don't have any questions more for slobs, here is what I'll do. We're gonna go to VLC, making clips. I use VLC, like I said, because I spent probably a week and a half, downloaded 20 or 30 different quote-unquote free programs to make clips, to be a video editor, and a couple of them were free to use, but then you go to save your clip, you go to save your transition, you go to save your trailer, and it says, oh, well, that'll be $29.95 to buy the program, please. And it's like, man, VLC's free. It's not going to allow you to use or to add transitions and whatnot. You used to be able to use like Windows, what was it, Windows Movie Maker?
Still can.
Oh, is that still no longer available for download for Windows 10? part of Windows Essential 2012 is no longer available to download. Which is why I ran into that problem. Because you can still get it for Windows 7, but if you've upgraded to Windows 10, they took it away. Unless I couldn't find, you know, an old link that still works. But that's what I wanted to use, and I couldn't find a link that was from a site that I trusted. It was all like super sketch stuff like, you know, here's 10viruses.com. But as far as media player goes, it's super simple and it'll get you your clip, and it can be as long as you want. Let me open up, and I'm going to give you guys this link just because this is the link I use, because I try to always make my clips as I stream, which is easy on Twitch. And I'll show you. So on Twitch, when you're watching your own stream, right, or even if you've got it right here, and you're just on your dashboard, this button right here says clip. Click it, and it pops up, and it gives you, what is it, a minute and a half? It's a minute. It gives you 1 minute of video play, I do believe. And if you want to make it longer than a minute, you have to go in after and you have to make it, it's called a highlight. Oh my god. Load. I'd like to show you this. It'd be nice. Can you guys hear me? There we go. So when it shows up, it might be a couple seconds. But it gives you, yeah, it gives you a total of your last minute of stream. And you can adjust this bar however you want. However you want. Okay, so it's, okay, sorry. It is a minute and a half of gameplay, or your last minute and a half streamed. You can only make a clip for 60 seconds. You name it whatever you want. You click publish, and at the end of the publish, I'll just do whatever. It buffers it, publishing, and it goes through all this crap. And it gives you a link, and it posts it automatically. You don't have to click anything else after publish. It gives you a link so you can share it to somewhere if you want. Other than that, it posts it directly to your clips tab. And you've got top 7 days. Wow, I haven't streamed in a long time. That sucks. Oh well, but it'll show all your top clips for, in this case, 7 days. Oh, there you go. I can do top all, and it'll show you everything. And from there, if you wanted, you could download that clip from there if you wanted. Which is, we can go into that at another point if you want. But see, it just gives you this link. And as simple as that. To make a clip on VLC, I posted a link in our chat channel just above if you want to save it or bookmark it. But that walks you through everything. You just go to your view, advanced controls, which is this little bar right here. That's not gonna work. Movies. So I can open any one of my clips that I've already got saved, right? Because I use Facebook and YouTube for my clips. And I can open it, and I can click record, right, and depress it. Give it a couple seconds, and then I open that file location, which is my clips, and it shows right there. Recorded on your day, and it uses the name of the original video as well. And then I can click that and open it, and see, it's like 2 or 3 seconds, and you're good to go. And then you can use that for whatever you want. Dun, dun. Where's my slumps? Do you have a way to get or do you have a program you recommend for multiple clip creations, for trailer creations that's free, Beck? Like I said, I haven't been able to find one that's any good.
Hit Film 4.
Say again?
Hit Film 4.
Hit Zone 4?
Hang on.
I'm gonna give you guys all streamer tags as well, and I'm gonna post all these links in streamer chat. I'll leave these up for a couple hours, but I'll give you guys all the tags and post all these in streamer chat so you have the availability to get it.
This is like Premiere Lite. I personally use Sony Vegas, but I just put the link in the event for Hit Film. It's free. It's like I said, it's like Adobe Premiere Lite. It doesn't charge you to save it. There is a paid version. It does run some ads on the side, but it's not horrible. Like, I use it on my laptop when I'm not at my main rig because I only got one license for Vegas.
Alright, so you put in your name, email address. Shit, let's use a fake email. Okay, so is it gonna send me a key that I have to click from the email?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh, so you gotta use a real email then. Okay. I wanna see this right quick.
I use my spam account for it, though I don't think they've ever spammed me.
Well, I'll go through this on the next one. I'll make another thing about like clips and fun stuff like that. But I mean that's what I use, and then it gives you that file, and it's for Twitch. You cannot upload clips. Twitch, if you don't, you can go back and watch your stream and make a clip, but that's the only way to actually get it to show up in your clip section on Twitch. Everything else for YouTube, it's just a simple upload a video, and then you just drag the file there, or you can click it and whatever, click wherever. And on Facebook, hide all my fun personal name and shiznit.
So, go back to Twitch. You said you can't do the clips?
On Twitch, you cannot upload clips that you have made. Like if you made a VLC clip or an FX, a hit film clip, you can't upload it to Twitch.
Oh, okay, I got it.
You have to play it through your OBS.
Yeah, you could stream it, like you could pull it up and play it on your computer on the stream and then clip it from that stream, or you can go back and watch it. So I showed you where it was. So if you wanted to go back and watch a video, go to your video producer, which this is all on your dashboard, and I can click this, click watch, and it'll actually pull it up just like it was on the live stream. And then I can skip to wherever. Like say this is it, right? We're about to go through this gauntlet. Alright, we're fighting him. And say I wanted to clip it. He's dead. So I click clip. Gronk is dead. Publish it. There it is there, right? This is my clip. So this would be a link that you could, if you wanted to share it with the guild, hey look, we just got AOTC or whatever, if you're getting that, and you can post that and that'll take them straight to this clip. Other than that, it'll show up, like I said, in your clip. Well, it's supposed to be there. What the hell?
You're using the VLC media player to do that?
No, that one's through Twitch. I was telling, that's what I was saying. Like, if you do it through Twitch, it's gotta be through actual Twitch. That's not what I wanted to do.
Because I've accidentally done that a few times.
Yeah, and you got a good one. I don't remember where it was. It was,
It was just dropping you dropping in. That's it.
yeah. And I mean, it's cool. Like, if we wanted to go in, if you wanted to go in and you didn't like it, that's
I
the
already
wrong
got
button.
rid of it.
Yeah, so you can go in and delete them through your producer as well. But for Facebook, it's more or less the same way as YouTube. Go in, videos, add a video in that. Where did it'd be this, like, say, whichever one of these clips. These are all clips that have already been uploaded. But you just click it, and it shows here. You get to name it or put whatever information you want. All my clips have the same thing, which is a link to my slobs, a link to my Twitch, and my computer's being slow. Go away. And I tried doing just the links, and it felt weird because if you try to open it on mobile, it makes you log into Twitch. I didn't like it. So, in my opinion, based off of ease for getting everybody to be able to see it immediately, if you download them and upload them to Facebook, you don't risk them not being able to see it because they have to log into Twitch, because some people might not have Twitch, and you want them to be able to see it to drag them to your channel. Like, oh, that was a pretty good clip. I want to see what they got. And then they actually go to Twitch, because you don't need to have an actual account to log in. But this is what I've got. I've got follow me on Twitch, the donate, and then, hey, if you like the Streamlabs, back when I was using Twitch Kittens, which is my team I'm a part of. That's a long story in and of itself. But other than that, I mean, that's really like the basics of Streamlabs and streaming in general. Streamlabs will get you set up. If you don't want to go through all this hubbub, you can just get Streamlabs Studio.
Can you do studio mode in Streamlabs?
No. They're like entirely separate programs. You can have both. Like, I've got both on my computer. I did. I just cleared a lot of stuff off. But you can have both of them up. And so you could... I mean, I don't see why you would, but the recording feature didn't used to work very well on OBS, so you could stream with Streamlabs and record it with Studio, so that way you could have both records. It was just really... Go ahead.
The studio mode lets me see a preview of what I'm going to transition to. That's why I was at.
Yeah, it on Streamlabs, or on OBS, it just, you click it and it changes. You change it and it and it's just a matter of knowing. And you can add... That's not what I wanted.
I guess it wouldn't be that big of a deal for gaming. Okay.
Right, and
I'm used to running podcast format, sorry.
So you can add filters and stuff, and you can do face mask, which is their new big thing, color correction, scaling, scrolls. You used to be able to add actual like transitions, just like you can with your updates. Slide in, do the wave, star in, just like it was freaking PowerPoint. You used to be able to do that as well, but I never looked into that too much because
Oh, so you can't do Stinger transfers and transitions in Streamlabs?
I guess I'm not sure. It'd be something I had to look at. Because I never, no. Wow, it didn't give me any options. It's not something a lot of people use. Doing a podcast, you will, just because you've got different breaks and whatnot. But for the most part, streamers just go. And if they're taking a break, they'll say, "Hey, I'm taking a break," and they just walk away with their screen still going. Global transition, cut. There you go. So you can do this 300 seconds, fade, slide, fade to color. So, oh, there you go, Stinger right there. Boom.
Cool.
So you can do that. You can set the duration. I would assume, yeah, they're both in milliseconds. Oh crap.
Yeah, this is definitely more advanced.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of everything. That's crazy. Holy crap. I'm gonna break something. Like I said, I want to dive into this and actually like watch videos and get into it for a level 2. Like I think it was Jeff that pointed that out, and getting the nitty gritty of being able to design your own thing. It's not hard. It's just a matter of meticulousness, because your screen is laid out on grids, and it won't show you that. But my big thing when I tried to make my own was getting everything balanced and centered and whatnot was stupid, because you might make this bigger and then it won't line up properly with your header, and then you make your header bigger to add it up, and then it shifts it up a whole level, and you just can't. It can be done, you just got to be able to be patient with it. And you've got things, I guess the last thing I'll cover is really like your goals and widgets that are aftermarket. You know, you've got, go away. Oh, they changed that too. Great. You can add viewer count, which is simple, and it just shows you how many people you have on viewer. Twitch, YouTube, Mixer. That's fun. It only shows it for Twitch, but it would change that, and it just shows you how many people, according to Streamlabs, are currently watching. You got donations. You got the jar, which is for like tippers, and so this is all new with the update. Is they've got actual specific walkthroughs for every single thing now, which is nice. This answers my question as to whether or not they used to have that, because they obviously didn't. And then goals, donations, followers, bits, subscribers. Which this is my donation goal right here, because I'm trying to build a new computer because my computer's freaking dying. When you make a new one, can I add a new one with a current one? Cannot. So when you build a new one, all this stuff will be editable. Editable. You got your total price, what you want to label it, how long you want your goal to go, and even after, you can change your color scheme, background, text. You can change font, all of that, and it just pops up. And when you do it, you get your little link. You copy it, add a media source. It should be browser source. Boom. Add source, add new source, and then post. I was going to right click. Well, in this case I didn't actually copy it, but it adds it to your stream. And you just press OK. You can resize it, and even after that, I can click this and I can make it bigger or smaller, however I desire. But that really is like the bare bones basic. There's all kinds of extra stuff that this has got, like I said, that we can cover, and I can have like a Streamlabs specific video. Give me like a month to watch all this crap and get actually good with it. But this will get you up and running. This should be enough to get you up and running. Um, yeah. I mean, do you guys have any questions, comments, concerns? Anything that I should have covered or that you wanted to hear that you didn't?
How do I make $1 million on Twitch?
That's what I was thinking.
Well, so the easiest way. Hold
To
on.
be ninja.
Hold on. Oh, yeah, you could be ninja. Hold on, I gotta mute myself right quick before I get in trouble.
I know what you're going to say. You don't have to say it.
A lot of the stuff is being, a lot of the stuff for growth is just consistency, which is not something I have. My schedule's all over the table. But if you can be on, if you can say, hey, I want to be on 3 nights a week from this time to this time, and you broadcast that, it'll help. You'll get people, the consistency is the biggest thing. They say, okay, well, this is when he's going to be on, I'm going to be there. Other than that, a lot of it's networking, finding communities that you want to be a part of. If you look at my Twitch, I've got, oh, geez, what? Like 4 or 5 different links to communities I'm a part of. Twitch
Is that-
Royale and
Is that the only way to become discoverable on Twitch is to be, because like I've noticed when I tried Twitch once, I'm like buried down under 9 billion people. Nobody's going to scroll to the bottom of the list to find me. I sat there on a stream for an hour and not even one person came in. There's like no recommended, there's no algorithm I can see on Twitch. It's just like who has the most viewers, send them more views.
which if I did my whatever we want to call it community huddle, I guess it's been about 2 months ago now, and that is the biggest thing is getting people in this number right here and getting people active in chat is the easiest way because the more viewers you have concurrently and the more active your chat is, the higher you move on whatever they call that, the dashboard. Other than that, my big thing that I was doing dun, dun,
Front
was what's that?
Front page.
Front page. Yeah, the front page is being active in communities. Just find a group of people that play what you want to play and just talk with them. A lot of the ones I found have just been very like, hey, let's just all follow each other. Let's all watch each other when we have time. Like, let's help each other. And that's helped a lot. And then Twitter. All I really use Twitter for is to follow other streamers and to post out, hey, I'm going live, here's my link, this is what I'm playing, and hashtag, whatever's trending or whatever people are most likely to click is a big deal, and these tags right here are also a huge deal. If you're playing WoW, let's just switch this to WoW for a second, right? For the sake of arguments. You're going to show up on everybody that searches this website for MMORPG. If you're raiding, add PvE, add multiplayer, add endgame, add epic level characters. Like everything you add that's relevant to what you're doing is another search that you will be a part of. So if you're the only one, if somebody says, okay, well I want to watch some endgame material, right? And nobody used that tag but you, it doesn't matter if Ninja's playing World of Warcraft. If they search in-game and he didn't use that tag, they're not going to see Ninja, they're going to see your channel. They're going to see that you're live and they're going to click you. So
Are we limited on how many tags we can put there? Like I know YouTube, you can actually get in trouble for putting too many.
5 tags at the same time. And that's 5 custom ones. Like MMORPG in English are system generated that you can't remove. You get 5 that you can add. You can add so PvE, PvP, Euro server, North America server. If you were just running around gathering herbs, you can do farming. I mean,
I could do like priest.
No.
Can't pick the class type.
That would be something like leveling or casual playthrough, which are both right there. Playing with viewers, if you were it's like, hey, a lot of people once they get higher, like one of the guys I watch is I watch Prospering, and that's what he does on Saturdays. Stone Mountain does his supporter Saturdays. He doesn't use Twitch anymore, but he does a lot better on Facebook. But yeah, tags are the end all be all. Facebook doesn't have a large assortment. At least they didn't used to. I wasn't getting a great response on Facebook, so I moved back to Twitch. Videos. Gaming video. So you can click that. So you can still use whatever hashtags you want, just like on Twitter. Get rid of this. Exit without saving. So yeah, that hasn't changed much, and that's just a matter. I don't know how effective that is on Facebook. By and large, let me see if I can find. Here, I'm just gonna post this in in the streamer chat, because they've got, just like Twitch has. Analytics, achievements, streamer chat. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I posted it in streamer chat. I'm just going to start posting links there. That's how they get. So to be an affiliate, you have to get 50 followers, stream for 8 hours on 7 different days, and average 3 viewers for every hour streamed. It can be hard to do. If you're playing WoW stuff, post it, and honestly, it's not that hard to do. Like the GM meetings and the officer meetings, I average 7 to 20 viewers, depending on how excited we get. And then at affiliate, people can subscribe to you. People can give you bits, which are like stars on Facebook. Yeah, so that's the easiest thing to do, and then you get your path to partner. Path to partner, which is when you can start to get ad revenue, and that's a lot harder to do. I mean, it's just 12 different days and only 25 hours, but this 75 average viewers is killer. So if you have, I mean, we could do it as a guild, which is another thing we've talked about. It's just a matter of coordinating it and making sure it works, because over that 25 hours you have to average 75 viewers. Say you're at 25 hours and 1 hour had 74 viewers, now you got to stream another hour with 76 to average it out, and it compounds. For Facebook,
Quick question on this before you hop over to Facebook. If you're, let's say you hit partner, can you fall back down to just affiliate, or can you like lose affiliate if you're streaming to?
no, not as far as I know. You can cancel your own contract, because once you're a partner, this is just what I've heard from streamers that were partner, you can't stream on any other service. Like when Stone Mountain switched to YouTube, he had to cancel his partnership, because they said, well, you're our partner, we sponsor you, you can't stream anywhere else. But as far as I know, you can't lose it just for being inactive. You can get it stripped for, inappropriate conduct and stuff like that, but you can't lose it for not maintaining these average viewers or streaming on 7 days. I haven't streamed in like a week and a half, I think, until today.
On the affiliate, can you lose that by not hitting the metrics there? And since you said you can get subs there, you still get the portion.
Yes. So like I'm an affiliate right now, and unless I cancel it or I get in trouble, I won't lose it. Like, I don't have to maintain this, and I don't have to maintain this and this. Once I have it, I have it. For where is it? Analytics? Yeah, estimated revenue. So I've got one sub, which it's $5 for tier 1. Affiliates get half, if I remember right. You get half of whatever it is. So for your free subs that are $5, you get $2.50. For your paid one, for your paid tier 1s, you get $2.32 because it takes out your fee and all that. Bits, they don't. Bits they don't prorate. Like, there's not a fee on bits because it's not worth it. Every bit, like 1 bit, is 1 penny.
A
So
penny.
right. Twitch also doesn't pay out until you've hit $100. So it just builds up,
Same
builds
as
up, builds
YouTube.
up. So YouTube's the same way. So, I mean, there's 30, 50,
Set the
5.
minimum payout to be more than 100 because that's how I got screwed my first year of YouTube with 1099.
Are you asking if you can?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna be really honest.
I can look at that if I go over to Twitch.
Right. I think it's just a flat 100, but I mean I'm probably not anywhere close to that, so I don't really worry. Ooh, I'll get it when I get it. You set it up to go where you want it to go to, so when they finally do pay out, I'll get an email from PayPal. But for Facebook, this is they call it their Level Up program, which is their partnership kind of thing, their affiliate to partner and all that. Create this, so how to apply to get to your first tier. It's gotta be a gaming video creator page. 4 hours in the last 14 days. Stream gaming content for at least 2 days in the prior 14 days. So that's not saying 48 hours. That's saying 2 days in the last 2 weeks you have to have streamed. And 100 people following. Oh, look at that. And so when you click it, so you can go to this facebook.gg/streamer, and this will take you instantly to whatever page you have that is able to be in a Level Up program. So I could switch to it or whatever, which I thought I already was one. But whatever. And then it tells you you haven't streamed at least 4 hours in the last 14 days. You haven't done it 2 days in the last 2 weeks. You don't have 100 followers. But you're in an eligible country. And hey, look at that. You haven't done anything wrong. And honestly, the easiest way to do that I have found, it's kind of cheating, but well, it's not really cheating. 47 people like this, 67 people, 64 people follow it. Stone Mountain has a thing called Self Promotion Sunday, and you just post your link on it and say, hey, I'll follow you back if you follow me. Just comment with your link. And people will follow you and say, hey, here's my link, and all that fun stuff. And I like it. Like, that's a good way to foster community. I've had a couple of them that even stop in and chat. I mean, it doesn't happen often, but, you know, I usually stream from 11 o'clock at night to 4 in the morning, so I don't blame anybody for my low interaction. I just keep awkward hours.
The funny part with the hours you just said is that's pretty much during the day in Australia. So you probably, if you knew a lot of Australians, you'd definitely have a audience there.
Well, I'm gonna start finding me some Australian message boards and be like, hey, come here. Man, one of you guys Arcane Watcher? Is that
Sorry?
any? Or one of you guys Arcane Watcher on Twitch?
Nope.
Well, they're hanging out. That's cool. Oh, and there's a subscriber. That's weird. What? Hold on. But I mean, that's really all I've got. Um. I don't know. I don't really have anything else on the basic level that comes to mind. I mean, it's a whole world of different things you can do. Beck, if you wanted to, you do YouTube, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if you wanted to do a class on YouTube, that'd be cool. I don't have a lot of experience with it at all.
I'm from a different world on YouTube, and YouTube's a really bad place for beginning gamers right now due to their partnership requirements, which are
Really stupid.
you need 1,000 subs. You need I think it's 4,000 hours of video watch. It's ridiculous.
And my stepfather-in-law was monetized. I don't know if they call it something different now, but he was monetized, and then they changed their monetization requirements, and they didn't grandfather anybody in. So like, oh, well, you're almost there. He had the hour, he just didn't have the subs, I don't think. And they're like, so, yeah, you're not monetized anymore. And I was like, man, like, that's
My main channel's still monetized, but they'll go through and they'll just randomly decide that your video is not appropriate for advertising revenue. And honestly, where everybody makes money on YouTube right now is affiliate codes. I'm just going to be honest there. You have your Amazon affiliate codes. If you have any sponsors, you'll have their affiliate codes. That's where people make money on YouTube. It's not from AdSense anymore.
Well, and I know.
I've noticed with a lot of the YouTube channels I've watched, they've branched out into merchandise, doing Patreon, basically making sure that they're not relying solely on ad revenue from YouTube to sort of survive.
And like even when you get to like monetization level, so like the equivalent of bits on YouTube would be like a super chat, which makes your message stick around on the screen for a little bit. YouTube takes like 70% of that. So if you give me, let's say, a $10 super chat, I get $3.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody like a month ago about that. Some random dude I found in a group, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we do YouTube stuff," and that's what he was talking about. Was you would think YouTube would want to keep people around, not push people away.
I used to be a full-time YouTuber, and I have a 9 to 5 now, if that tells you anything. I went from making... Is my voice going through to Twitch?
I'll mute it right quick. Dun dun.
Fair enough.
When like Jay's 2 cents, he does a lot. He's the water cooling guy. I don't know if you watch him at all,
He's an awesome dude.
but he had like 2 or 3 videos recently that would show up on his page and show as like a new video, but you couldn't search for him. You couldn't go to his page and find it. And then they were like, "Oh, well,
Subscribe burn. Don't get me started on all the problems with YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, there's a reason I'm looking and trying to learn about
yeah, it's I don't know. What they're doing doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't."
Fortunately for my podcast, we still make a good chunk of money off of our affiliates. Our affiliate marketing, the main guy on the podcast. Complicated how we broke that up on our network, but the main guy on the podcast makes 6 figures off of affiliate marketing. So it's still comfortable if you have the stuff and you have the affiliate program set up.
Well, I mean, if you, I like Twitch. I like Facebook too, but I don't know. I just felt like Twitch ended up being the better option for me. It's just a matter of finding what makes you more comfortable.
Out of the ones I've seen, Twitch looks like it has the most potential to actually earn you something, but at the same time, it looks like it's the hardest to get discovered.
It is pretty hard. Like I said, my average viewers are mainly from guild stuff. Every now and then I'll get random people that pop in when I'm playing PUBG, but I wasn't getting any interaction at all on Facebook. And there are more people, because on Facebook, at least when you first started up, you couldn't chat if you didn't have a Facebook account. Like if you weren't logged in, you couldn't like talk with the streamer, which limits you a lot, because you can chat, or you can't chat on, I guess you can't chat on Twitch either if you're not logged in. But I don't know, Twitch is just more friendly if you've got the time to commit. And like I said, I went from getting the occasional conversationalist, because I tried each for a month, and I was getting conversation from random people while I was playing on Twitch, and I went to Facebook, and I got nothing. I mean, like literally zero conversation in 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'd get 1 or 2 people for a couple of days. And so I was like, well, this is dumb. Like, I don't want to play games and not have anybody to talk to. Like, if I want to make the effort to put this out there, I don't care if people like it or trash talk me. If I just wanted to have people that I could interact with. And I've just had better luck with Twitch. I think Twitch is easier to maintain and track, and it's easier to know where you stand. Not having to put in a new key every time I want to stream really was nice to me. I can just open up slobs and go. Yeah, I like it, and all the teams are on Twitch as well. So even if you find like just a community team like I'm a part of, it's still something. Like right now, I mean, I've got 6 people hosting me. No idea who that person is. No idea who that person is, but odds are, if I click, not that one. If I click one, it's my team. It's somebody on my team. So Twitch is
are
about.
teams like MCNs on Facebook or on YouTube?
What are MCNs?
Multi-channel network, profit sharing.
Kinda. So.
Ooh, are you talking about, like, say, a stupid example would be Defy Media?
Yeah, something like Defy Media, but not so big.
Or closed down.
So right here, it'll always show, you can be on more than one team, but you can only have one active team. Right now, minus Twitch Kittens, because that's the only team I'm on. I click that, and this is just everybody that's a part of the team that's live. Depending on how it's set up, it's,
Okay, so it's like a collab network, not like an MCN.
right. And in this case, they just advertise their network, which, like, I actually got a sponsorship from Wizards of the Coast. It was like I think it was a 3-week sponsorship to play Arena from Wizards of the Coast, which I only got in on like free subscriptions, but even then, it's still money that I'm getting. It's still my ability to be able to tweet and say, hey, I'm sponsored by Wizards of the Coast. Stop by and watch me do this thing. That hashtag sponsored pulls a lot of people. I mean, it'll pull better if you get higher average viewers in general, just because you're already out there. But, I mean, going from just playing PUBG and Magic Arena to going to playing just Arena using a sponsored tag, I went from 4 to 5 people average watching to 12 to 15. They might not have been talking to me, but they were there and they were watching, which still helps you bring in other people and get higher on that front page.
And it counts as view time.
It does count as view time. So it's just a matter of getting tied in and finding a community of streamers that you like. I mean, my Discord is... I've actually just recently purged. I mean, this is one of my... I'm not really active in this one anymore, but connecting streamers, I used to talk with these guys like every day. This guy stops in my stream all the time. This guy stops in my stream all the time. Hazim stops in every now and then. He's in Egypt, so we kind of... He stops in and says good morning when he's on his way to work. I mean, this is like an active... Like on my birthday, these guys came in and raided my channel first thing in the morning, and it was like 20 to 30 people that just popped in and said hello for an hour. And a lot of them followed, and some of them still come back every now and then, but, you know, they've got spotlights, opportunities, which is all their, like, beta game keys and sponsorships and stuff like that. I mean, it's about finding where you want to be, and this is open. Like, if you wanted to join this today, there's no requirement. You just join. And you just chat, find people. It's all about connecting with people. I mean, it really is. And that's what makes it easier and what makes it better, especially because if you like playing games alone, that's all well and good, but these people can come in and say, hey, like this chick right here is Elle, and I actually got her to join the guild on Stormrage. And she plays PUBG, and she goes in and she plays first-person stuff, but I mean, it's about finding people that you can communicate with and say, hey, I'm going to stream with this person today. And then you get their viewers, and then they get your viewers, and slowly but surely, you guys just build this network together. It's like Tiny Two Trees. He's there. He's actually new to streaming, and he stops in my stream every now and then. But I mean, that's all streaming really is to get going, is network. Hey, I found you here. Let's play a game. Hey, how are you? I'm starting out. Can I get some help with this? Do you have any advice? And I mean, a lot of my stuff started with just finding lurker channels to get affiliate as soon as possible. Just because I wanted to be affiliate. I wanted to be able to get subscribers. I wanted to be able to get bits. And then after that happened, I quit doing the whole lurk for lurk thing. Like, because a lot of people just pop in and say they're lurking and then leave. So their view doesn't actually count. So I was putting in all this time and data to support them, and I wasn't getting anything back. Like, I'm not going to waste my money because I don't have unlimited data. But, yeah, I mean, that's a whole other thing. We could do a networking class, too. There's so many different things. But as far as getting going, what is this crap? Remove. I can't remove it. Oh no.
So with Twitch, it won't actually let you until you're like at a certain tier. Was it drop down the quality? Will it, or can
Yeah,
you
to be able
do
to
that?
manually select your video quality, you have to be a partner. Supposedly there's a trick where you can like start and stop your stream really quick back and forth. Oh, that's actually mine, isn't it? To start and stop your stream really quick back and forth to where you'll get... Oh my gosh, hurry up. This little thing down here. Nope.
It's just that I've
The
got
quality. So
what was I've got?
right now I'm
I've only
streaming in
got, like-
720, and I can go lower, but I can't. To get that 1080, you gotta be able to. It's dumb and it doesn't always work, but you can start it, stop it, restart it, stop it, restart it until it'll show up finally. and it's not worth it. It's just easier to stream in 720.
Oh, it's just I've got I only get about 200 gig a month. Like I think it's a download and upload. So
Hmm.
that's why I was like sort of like sussing that. So I'll probably at the beginning I probably maybe do like small videos that I can probably upload onto YouTube. But I did find out that Optus, that's the company I'm with, are was it starting to roll out their 5G network, and I heard they've was it with the plan with that it's going to be unlimited. So
Oh, that'd be nice.
yeah, well that means I'd be paying the same price. It'll just be unlimited. So was it I probably should go in at some point and ask questions like, you know, when's the rollout going to be, and you know, try and switch over there as soon as I can, and then yeah, streaming won't be a problem.
Just say, so if you wanted to do Twitch, um, I mean, it'd be a little difficult because of the uploading thing.
Mm,
But you could start, like I said, you can do the recording portion and make your own clips and upload those. Or,
yeah.
crap. And just link your Twitch, say, hey, this is where I'm going to be live streaming, you know, coming this day, this time.
Yeah.
Where'd it go? Video producer. Ho ho! So you can upload to Twitch now. I was like, wait a minute, I thought I saw something earlier. So maximum file size is 20 gigabytes, so you wouldn't be able to upload like an hour-long gameplay. But you could upload clips here, too now, I guess. That's weird. But, so I mean, that is an option just to get you started, and I would post your clips personally if you have the data, because they're
Mm.
small. Hmm.
So that's just the file size. That wasn't the actual length of the video, was it?
Right. So this clip is 400 megabytes, which is, I mean, that would give you, if you got a 200 cap, that'd give you 400 videos or 400 clips only at half a gig each. Well, that's something else then. That's 20 minutes, right there. 20 minutes is
Oh, so I could
half
just
a
say
gig.
like 15-minute games or something like that.
And this is, what is this, 7.8 megabytes. This is probably just a couple seconds. Oh yeah, this is my grenade one. 30 seconds for 7 megs. So, I mean, it's
Oh, that's pretty
doable.
good.
Oh yeah, it's doable. And then I'm gonna go through, and like I said, I gave you guys all the tags for streamer, and I'm gonna post all these links like that Bex gave for the hit film,
Mm.
so we all have access to the same stuff and we can look at it. Dun, dun. But other than that, I mean, like I said, as far as regular stuff goes, that's pretty much all I got. Unless you guys have more questions.
I got nothing.
Well, I'm gonna call this a moderate success. I feel like we did pretty good. I feel like I did okay.
I think you did really good there, bud.
Well, thanks. But if you guys have any questions, like I said, you can ask me. Beck is really the YouTube guy. As we know now, he's done pretty successfully at that. And if you've got any like specific overlay questions, you can reach out to Shadow. I'm not sure how responsive he is, but like I said, I'm 90% sure he made his overlay for the MCN or whatever it's called now, APN, All Pro Network or something, all on his own. So if you want to do something super fancy and custom, you can go that route. What was the website that you were talking about, Beck? The freelancers, like the people that also made Loki's intro. Fiverr? I think it was you that they said. I think it was, hold on, let me get it pulled up. I'm gonna hide this just in case I got it wrong. Fiverr, yeah. Online marketplace for freelance services. So I'll post that too, because they make logos, they make intros, they make a little bit of everything. And it's not like set pricing, so you can work with whoever you want to get what you need. Fiverr. That's the, yeah, and Rose does. This person, she does graphic design. She's actually going to school for it. She made, was it Syndis? You made Syndis's thing? I think she made Syndis's new logo. But yeah, I'm gonna close the stream out then before this gets too big to email. Sinister. But I'm gonna wrap this up and let everybody be on their way. I know it's 10:30 here, and I still gotta watch half this GM training from yesterday. Yeah, thanks for coming out, guys. This was a nice turnout. Lots of good questions. I feel like we covered good stuff.
Thanks for was it putting this on?
Of course. Have a good week, guys. I'll see you around.
Have a good one,
Catch ya.
Rex.
Bye, Brian.